Listen, he's gonna tell if it's too loud in English. You're gonna let us know, right?
Okay, go ahead and begin, and you have 4 minutes to present your case.
Hey, you guys know there's free vodka right there, right?
I think my colleague would agree that art is a commodity. It's a big one. Oil, food, entertainment, sex, everything's a commodity. I do a little watercolor, it has some value, it's a commodity. I write Happy Mother's Day on that watercolor, that's worth even more. So it's all about value. What can be traded or redeemed, it's all about value. Art is a product. That can't be really, I don't think, ignored or argued, but in this huge machine of what the art world is, the artist tends to be at the bottom of the heap. We're the last ones to get any kind of credit or remuneration from this huge monster. In a recent edition of Artillery, I wrote quite a bit about value. What is value? How do we determine it? What's the price of a dead shark and 200 gallons of formaldehyde? I believe we need to really look at the issue of how to determine value and how was the work made. The first stainless steel Jeff Koons rabbit was generally art. The 500th piece, I'm not sure. It really comes down when you take away the artist's hand and apply it with an assistant's hand, you start to change what art is, and that becomes something more like a pure product. How do we create? I think that tells a little bit about what art is and what that value should be. I know for myself, I get paid up front. It's the act of creation is where I get my benefit from it. It's how I make it, it's that time I put into it. It's that effort, that integrity, or lack of sometimes, but it's the actual creation of artwork. That to me has value. Otherwise, what is it worth? 80 bucks for some stretcher bars, 20 for canvas, 10 for paint, and 250,000 for me, or 200, 20, you know, what's the value? Art is a commodity, but I think we really need to start to look at, because it is insane. I mean, if you think about what the Murakami sold a couple years ago, there's a lot of bucks in this business. It's definitely a commodity, but where's the value? And is it art, or is it just something to hang on the wall and buy?
My opponent suggests that the value of art may be contained in the time or the labor that goes into it. I agree, art should be valuable. It should be valued, but the question that's important to ask is how we value it. So I'm going to give a demonstration here. I'm going to give 2 models of art. You look really nice tonight, this afternoon. Oh, great shirt. That's a good video camera. How much did it cost?
About $1,000.
$1,000? Oh, Christopher, so nice seeing you. Can I give you a hug?
You have a kiss?
Oh, you want a kiss? Here's the other value. I am the most handsome, intelligent person here. I think you would all agree, no? Yes, artists should be valued and paid for the work they do. But I am interested in culture, not art, and how an artwork relates to the others around it and connects with people. The question is how we value artists and their relationships to broader culture. Real wealth in art, as in the world itself, in the world of plumbing and bridge building and sandwich construction should be measured by how that work affects and touches others. We value teachers because they shape lives. Plumbers let us poop indoors. Bridge builders get it, let us to go from point A to point B. A talented maker of a sandwich who sells an inexpensive sandwich that is delicious, that's a priceless act. For me right now, the most valuable person in my life is the person at H&M who sold me these pants and this shirt. They probably get minimum wage. Similarly, art should be judged on those levels. When I look at a work of art, or when I experience a work of art, much as in the same world, I want to know, does that art make a child smile? Does that art inspire the hopeless? Does it terrorize the comfortable? As Klaus Oldenburg said, I am for an artwork that does something. If that artwork does something by sitting on the wall, excellent. If it reaches out to someone who does something in that manner, excellent. If it just sits there on the wall and begs for us to applaud for it, I don't know what its value is. Merely talking about artists, we are simply alienating production from its condition, how an art relates to a broader context. Staring blindly at commodity, irregardless of social conditions, is a senseless way to value wealth. Art, like a credit default swap, is much greater than the paper it is printed upon. It is people and houses, love and death. Merely speculating on art's worth as material unto itself is both foolish and selfish and ultimately as worthless as a paper that a credit default swap is printed upon. Thank you.
All right, Gordy, you now have a 2-minute rebuttal.
Well, there's not much to rebut. I kind of like what you said. I'm glad you mentioned a bridge maker and a plumber, because I believe that art is in many things. It's not somebody with an MFA. It's not someone with a gallery. Art is basically how we live our lives. And there's a little bit of integrity in that. I think there's a value in that. The artist way, whatever that may be, is putting a little bit of value and time into something and creating value that way with sincerity, hopefully, and $250,000.
Okay, Robbie?
I don't have anything to add. Anyone want a hug?
No, a kiss. Is that it for the 2-minute rebuttal for both of you?
My 2 minutes.
Are you ready for your 1-minute rebuttal then?
Let's say 30 seconds.
All right, we'll skip to the 30-second wrap-up.
An object. This is a custom keychain. It's made of pewter. It's been hand enameled with 2 colors. It spins in the middle. It has a value and a trade. I will trade your vote for one of these impressive keychains. I have them right here. They're available to you for your vote.
Mr. Grundy, I accept your offer.
So all of you in favor of art as commodity, which was Gordy Grundy's argument, make some noise. Now for Robbie, who is against art as commodity.
Robbie, you got second place.